Hello and what's up everyone, Thunderbob here, and tonight I am checking out a new game. This is Wands Alliance, and this is from Critopia Studios. They are developers of Down the Rabbit Hole, which was a pretty cool like adventure VR game I really enjoyed. And they made Wands, which I never actually tried. It was like a spellcasting Harry Potter kind of game, and this is like an offshoot of that. This is Wands Alliance. It's a 3 vs 3 multiplayer shooter. And I put just a little bit of time. I've gone through the tutorial. I've done a couple of bot matches. I've tried one online match. I just kind of wanted to show it off. I was provided a key from the developer to test this out. And yeah, I'm really digging the aesthetic, the gameplay loop. It's really quite cool. And we're just going to do like a bot match tonight just to kind of show you the basics of it. But just to start with, you know, you kind of start off here, you got a leaderboard over here, you get just some very basic settings. There's not much in the way of like graphical settings because this is a Quest 2 game. I think maybe later it'll get ported to PC VR, but at the moment it seems exclusive to the Quest. If I hit play, it puts me into basically a queue for an open lobby, and it pretty much instantly got me into a game, so there are people playing. There's a basic tutorial that's actually pretty decently explains the game, custom game to create your custom like bot game or passworded game. You level up and unlock additional spells, which are basically cards, and I'll show you that over here. There are a number of characters you can select, and one thing that's kind of cool, they all have different
tough for the other guys.
different
Always
heights.
fighting a losing battle.
So if I click on that, just watch like my perspective.
This one heals you.
That's
and
very
that one
disorienting.
will possibly boil your blood.
Choose the ones that make me look good.
So to start with, you have 3 of them unlocked, and you can see here on this track, you unlock spells, but you also unlock characters. So it looks like you unlock all this through gameplay. I don't see any way to put money into it or anything, so I like that right off the bat. So basically, you have 2 wands, and you have spells that you attach to each wand. They do different things. You can pick them up here and actually see, you know, causes a miniature black hole that sucks in nearby projectiles and grenades. And then you can come up here if you want to like test it. And I don't know if that one's going to do anything because it's, let's see. Yeah. And this one's kind of cool because it arcs. It's like that movie Wanted. So if you can't get a good shot at an enemy, you pull the trigger and then you can arc it. And like all of them have different unique kind of characteristics. Create a cloud of sand that can be seen out of but not into. I think this one, it creates it like on you, and I think in like the practice area it won't let you do it. Some of them don't seem to let me do it in the practice area. But just kind of a basic arcane shot. Some of these I don't have unlocked yet, but like you can set a turret down and stuff. Create a storm. I just unlocked that one. So basically it makes you feel like Harry Potter. It's pretty awesome. We're gonna jump in and just do a quick custom game here. I want to do a custom game because there's lots of voice chat going on and it's kind of hard to talk over it in a normal game. But I can kind of explain the flow of the game and what's going on a little more easily in a bot game. We'll just do 3-on-3 here. Made a medium so they're not too easy, no too hard. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. There's a lantern over my head and I'll explain that in just a moment. So I'm just gonna pick like the tutorial guy that I played with.
Ha! A handsome scoundrel at your service.
Alright. And now you pick your loadout. So it's like each hand has 2 spells you can swap between. And then you could put like, okay, maybe I don't want Reaper's Orb. Maybe I want Devil's Arc. Actually, probably don't want that one. I'll probably put that there. And you can also change like what is the default spell. The top one is like the one that's always on, and then you have to click over to use the secondary one. So like my damaging one, I'll probably make the main one. And then I'm gonna ready up. It definitely has like a London, like Harry Potter feel to it. Now, some of these have objectives, like this thing is basically like a bomb that I have to plant. Now, there is no stick movement. I am stuck in this place, but if I pull the grip, that'll teleport me to these lanterns. And within these little spaces, I can move around, I can walk around, I can duck and dodge and avoid enemy fire. But if I walk too far away from the lantern, you will start to die. It says your power weakens. Basically, they don't want you to go too far. And like each of these zones have kind of... Let's see if I can show you my ducking and diving skills here. These bots, not the smartest. And when you attack, there is like a brief delay. You hear that ding, ding. That's telling me that I can attack again. Get that kill. Oh, there is a turret right there. We won because we killed them all. And then between rounds, you could change your loadout. Like maybe you realize that they have, you know, some specific loadout that's countering you. You could change your cards out. You cannot have more than one of the same class on your team or character on your team. So you do have to sometimes compromise if you haven't unlocked some of the others yet. Behind this wall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. I am getting pinned down over there. I do kind of like that fact that you can like dodge and duck and dive and everything in VR. That's always fun. Like Cover Junkers is one of the early games I can remember that kind of had that, where you're like building defenses, physically like moving around in VR. Oh. I think that's one of those turrets. We need the bomb, but I think I lost it over there. The only thing is, some of these are a little confusing because you can only go from lantern to lantern. So you kind of got to figure out the pathway to get to, like, you know, when you memorize these maps, it's probably a lot easier. But I've only played this one time. Oh, he got me. I think he cast the storm above my head. So now I'm just spectating and watching. So I can still like move around the battlefield and see what's going on. There's only one left on my team at the moment. One of the classes seems to be focused on healing and gets like bonuses for healing. One of them is kind of like the tanky one, and one of them is kind of like the all-around like damage dealer. So there seems to be some overlap. I haven't seen the other three classes yet. The three starting ones. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay. Let's see. So that's kind of like a defensive thing, and then this freezes a lantern, absorbing its light, blocks the ability for others to interact with the lantern until destroyed. It has 1 health and lasts until broken. So that like can lock down a lantern. Like I set the bomb, and maybe I block the specific lantern that like easily, you know, defends it or guards it or gets to it. I want to see if I can plant this bomb just to show it to you. And to plant it, you put it in there, and you gotta stick your gun in there. Arming, arming, arming. Okay. And then I just got healed. Thanks. And that person just got healed too. The delay on the attacks feels a little bit awkward. Sometimes it takes like longer than it should, it feels like. And basically we're defending the bomb site. Like think Counter-Strike, but Harry Potter. And we blew up the bomb site. So it's that simple. I wish I could change classes, but I think I'm locked into it in this mode. In the other mode, it was like each round you would select your class, but I don't see a way to go back here. That's okay. Probably
Riptide, this
switch
way.
out.
Riptide, this way.
You hit the A button to change your attack. So that's the black hole attack. Yeah. Ow. And like part of it is like the quick movement between these zones. It feels a little like Rec Room and their paintball mode before they instituted direct movement. It was all like teleport. Nice. Good job, guys. Alright, now I can pick a different class if I wanted. And it shows you here, like, their spells. There's some overlap. Then also, you unlock additional spells, like there's her healing spells from that main book outside of the match.
Do you know what would really
They each also have
stop
different
me?
special abilities. He's got, like,
Me neither.
a tanking ability if he gets below a certain percentage of health. Glacial barrier. Wall of ice erupts from the ground, blocking projectiles. Each segment has 70 health. This thing I've seen works really well for defending the bomb site. Yeah, seems like a good balance there. I'm gonna do one more round here. But I'm definitely digging it. Obviously, I haven't put enough time into it to say, like, balance, is it great? And what's the community like? But literally, my first online game, it instantly loaded. It was a full game, and we went the whole match. No one left early, like, it wasn't toxic. Like, people were communicating, so... like, right off the bat, kind of digging it.
Cashing in that chip.
Alright, no, they said one off. But I've also kind of got them locked down.
Easy as pie.
They doing it or am I doing it? Okay. So that's disarming the bomb. Yeah, so you kind of get the basics here. Teleport around, holding the grip, pointing at a lantern. Set the bomb, defuse the bomb. It's like, it's fairly simple. It's Counter-Strike with wizards. Like, legit, that's what it is. You can kind of like see where they're going because of the trail. It definitely reminds me of like operating in the Harry Potter universe. It's alright. I almost got both of them. I should have teleported out once the lightning strike started though. It doesn't seem like you get points from these custom games for like leveling up, because I've done a couple of bot matches and it hasn't pushed me any further. But multiplayer seems to level you pretty quick. Alright, and this will be the last match here. There's also like a marking system kind of reminiscent of Apex Legends, which is kind of surprising for like a VR game how quality it is. planning. I see it there. The only thing I don't love is like the delay of your attack feels just a little bit awkward. Like you attack and then you can't attack, and there's that clicking sound that tells you, but I think there should be more of like an obvious tell on the weapon, and that's the end of the match. I got 3 kills, 2 deaths, 5 assists, 1 objective. So let's see, did I get? Yeah. If I was playing online, it would show me like my progress on my level, and it didn't here, so that does not happen in the custom game. And normally you'd see all 6 players and you could hear each other at this point, when normally you can only hear your own team. You can kind of trash talk, and then you pick like your next map from the list, what map you want to do. There are, as far as I can tell, there's only 3 at the gate. But yeah, they all look pretty good for being a Quest 2 game. Just bounce in here real quick. Overall, pretty impressed with it. I'll check out some more multiplayer, and if I get good, maybe I'll stream some multiplayer matches if anyone's interested. I'll do the
I
last
think it's time
here.
to teach someone a lesson.
But each map kind of has a different theme to it. There's like a city center, there's like a metro station, what was the last one, like a museum or something. They all feel very like Harry Potter, London-esque inspired. Yeah, so if you're looking for a 3-on-3 Harry Potter VR shooter, which is a very, very specific thing, you can't go wrong with Wands Alliance. I should have grabbed the bomb. I'm going to end it here, though. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, leave me a comment with your thoughts. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great night.
A predicted outcome.
Got him.